Trying to manually track your way to your first $10,000 requires an enormous toll on your mental energy. You are forced to document every single cent, actively restrict your daily choices, and constantly fight your own impulses. It operates like a grueling second job. Because this method actively fights against human biology, roughly 90% of people completely abandon their manual budgeting plans within the first 3 weeks. After a long, exhausting day of work, your brain naturally seeks convenience. At the exact same time, our modern consumer economy is explicitly engineered to extract your cash through frictionless spending options. Relying on raw willpower against that kind of highly optimized system puts you at a severe disadvantage. To stack $10,000 in 12 months, you need to stop fighting yourself. We are going to build a completely invisible, automated financial machine that passively accumulates your wealth in the background, requiring absolutely zero daily willpower from you. To set this up, you need 3 things: your laptop, access to your company payroll portal, or your primary banking app, and exactly 15 minutes of uninterrupted time. Achieving effortless wealth accumulation means you stop relying entirely on your own discipline and instead rely strictly on systemic engineering. Step 1 begins with your paycheck. We have to remove the human element from your payday entirely. We do this by establishing an automated splitting architecture. Log into your payroll system or your primary banking portal and configure a strict, non-negotiable 20% routing split on every single paycheck you receive. This diagram shows exactly how the extraction operates. The exact millisecond your direct deposit clears, 20% is immediately sliced off and funneled into a hidden vault. As a result, you only see 80% registering as your available balance. The rest is already gone. Most people fail to save because they do the exact opposite. They pay themselves, live their normal life, and wait until the end of the month to manually transfer whatever funds happen to be left over. The problem with waiting is Parkinson's law. This economic principle dictates that your lifestyle expenses will naturally expand to consume whatever account balance is visibly available to you. If the money is sitting there, you will find a reason to spend it. By making that 20% completely invisible to your conscious brain, you effortlessly adapt your lifestyle to survive on the remaining 80. What is invisible to you cannot be spent by you. So where exactly is that invisible 20% stream being routed once it leaves your main account? You need to send it directly into a specialized digital high-yield cash management account or a designated high-yield savings pocket. This account should be earning you roughly 4 to 5% annual interest. Do not make the mistake of leaving your savings in a traditional brick-and-mortar checking account. Those traditional accounts pay an insulting 0.05% interest rate. This split screen chart illustrates the threat of standard banking. While your money sits idle on the left side, central bank inflation actively melts your purchasing power. On the right, high-yield positioning actively defends your balance. Placing your funds in a separate institution also serves as a behavioral wall. It creates a layer of physical friction between your savings and your daily debit card, forcing you to wait a few days for a transfer to clear if you try to make an impulse purchase. More importantly, generating a real yield means your deposited money begins generating its own money, completely on autopilot, every day. Your high-yield holding tank protects your capital from temptation, acting as an automatic velocity booster that physically shortens your timeline to $10,000. Now that the extraction process is automated, let's look at the cold, hard mathematics required to actually hit that $10,000 target in exactly 12 months. This blackboard diagram breaks down your target. $10,000 a year equals roughly $833 a month. That breaks down to exactly $27.40 a day. Hitting a daily target of $27 does not require you to endure miserable self-deprivation. You accomplish this by automating a few macro levers. First, perform a ruthless 5-minute audit of your recurring statements. If you have not used a subscription service in the last 90 days, cancel it immediately. Second, permanently delete all hyper-convenience food delivery apps from your phone. The hidden service fees, delivery markups, and convenience premiums attached to these services are silently bleeding your daily target dry. By simply packing your lunch for work and eliminating just 2 app-based convenience orders a week, You effortlessly clear half of your daily savings math without heavily restricting your core lifestyle. You secure this mathematical milestone by eradicating automated digital microbleeds from your ecosystem, not by agonizing over an occasional coffee or tiny joy. The exact moment you implement the 20% split, verify your high-yield routing, and delete the convenience apps, your financial machine is officially cast and running entirely on code. The middle class struggles because they manage their money through emotion, which inevitably leads to burnout. Wealthy individuals build strict structural systems that protect their capital from their own human nature. With your savings velocity now invisible and guaranteed, you free up massive amounts of daily mental bandwidth. You can successfully redirect that energy toward living your life, developing your skills, and actively scaling your income. You can find the exact links to access the recommended high-yield platforms and the structural blueprints we discussed in the video description below. Now that your savings engine is locked in, you need to know exactly how to handle your cash the moment it clears your account. Click on the video currently on your screen to master the complete paycheck routine blueprint and take permanent control of your financial freedom.